Hey guys, it's Lori again, and I'm here to share with you the lesson plan for the lesson that you saw earlier on livestock nutrition and health and how it relates to teen nutrition and health. So, using my lesson plan here from that is used with the Ag Education Program, you'll see here I have the title and the title of the course. So, Animal Science 1, Animal Anatomy and Physiology. Then move into the lesson title, the estimated time of my lesson, and then here we have the time projection. So how long it should take the hook, the input, the application, review, and closure. So, along with the class size, which is approximately 30 students, and the standards met. So these standards I use are the CTE standards. So D2.0 is applying the principles of animal nutrition to ensure the proper growth, development, reproduction, and economic production of animals, along with D2.2, which is explore the principles for providing proper balanced rations for a variety of production stages in ruminants and monogastrics. And these are essentially exactly what we're talking about, not only with livestock, but within ourselves. We'll find our references and resources next, and feel free to use any of them. They're great resources and have tons of information on teen nutrition as well as livestock nutrition. We'll scroll down a little more where we'll find our materials, supplies, and equipment. Here will be marked out everything. So if I and all anyone's welcome to use this, who uses this knows exactly what needs to be completed for this lesson. Next is special circumstances. So because the project portion allows for students to be creative using PowerPoints, markers, pencils, whatever that is, materials will need to be provided in class. Along with the complicated nature of the material, I also mentioned about using SEDI techniques so students understand the material, because not all this nutrition verbiage is common sense to all of us, or not all of us know. I know I learned some doing this presentation. So, objectives. My objectives are students will be able to recognize proper nutrition to promote growth and development. And students will be able to relate human and livestock nutrition. These are essentially what I base my whole lesson around. Yes, it should be focused on livestock, but my most important aspect of this is focusing it on them and why nutrition is important. So here's some academic language that's utilized throughout the presentation. This is here so you have a definition, or if a student asks, you can share it with them just for your sake. Here are ultimately the content, the meat and potatoes of my lesson. So the methods and directions section here, you'll see, I'll try and highlight it. That is ultimately the script, what you would say, where the content is what you're teaching and why you're teaching it. Also, some notes for yourself of what slides should be up and that kind of thing. Down here, we have the desired state during hooks. So here, a state of anticipation and excitement, engaged in critically thinking about the relationship between how we eat versus livestock. That's what we want our students to be doing and feeling. So then we go into the first part would be that PowerPoint you witnessed, just giving them the general idea of what proper nutrition is and generating those meaningful conversations again. So as we go down, we'll see down here is our application, and that is ultimately doing a project with three students paired together. So there will ultimately be 10 groups in the class. And what they'll be doing is they'll be assigned a component of a ration or the human nutrition side, but more than likely the ration side. And they have some components or questions they need to answer about that component that they're assigned, what it's composed of, why is it important, how is it utilized, and most importantly, how does it relate to us? And then at the end of that, students will present it. Again, it can be done as a Prezi, PowerPoint, a poster, even a song. Students are encouraged to be as creative as possible. And again, noting that desired state during application. Lastly, we want to reflect on, now that we know about it, why is it important? And that's the most important thing to close out the lesson with this, is how does it relate to us and why? Why should we really be paying attention, and why do we need to know this? Lastly, closing out our lesson with how important it is to be our best selves with proper nutrition. And this doesn't only apply to livestock, but it applies to us as well.